back up again. So I would love to introduce our next panel. As you can see, there's going to be quite a number of experts, and they are going to be taking a deep dive into body positivity and health, embracing self-acceptance without compromising well-being. Moderating this session would be Dr. Mohita Shrivastava. This panel is going to be very, very, very interesting because we are all about body positivity.
Very good afternoon to all of you. I would like to welcome all my esteemed panelists on the stage for the next session. The panel discussion on the topic about body positivity and health, embracing self-acceptance without compromising well-being. I am Dr. Mohita Shrivastava and I am the moderator for this panel discussion. I would request our esteemed panelists to introduce themselves and their area of expertise.
My name is Nell, Puetter. I'm from Hamburg, Germany, and I'm founder of Calmfidence Academy, where we teach leaders and teams develop positive attitude and psychological capital with a system of confidence mindset and positive leadership. So my background is I have masters in international business, and then in the second half of my life, I studied positive psychology. So this is how I try bringing these two into one sweet spot.
Thank you. Now coming to you, Dr. Vipin, you are being a gynecologist. And do you think that body positivity intersect with the concepts of health and wellness, and especially among the women?
So, being a gynecologist, day in and day out, when we sit in the OPD or in the inpatient, what we see is women comes depressed or with low esteem. Reason, low acceptance in the society, among peers, in the house, in the family. Reason being abnormal body shape, size, bodily hair, acne, not living up to the expectations. So again, there is an important quote I have heard somewhere, that the most powerful words we say are the words we say to ourselves. So if a lady accepts herself, the society will accept her through that. Context, if you ask me, if an adolescent girl, in matter boy also, comes with being shamed in the school to the family, or even shamed in the family by parents, grandparents or siblings, saying that she's fat, she needs maybe medical care for her genetic causes. She may be having hormonal imbalances. She may be having polycystic ovarian disease. The hair growth may be because of, again, testosterone. So these things need to be taken care of. So rather than shaming, it is important she understands that this can be taken care of in certain extent and I need help. So this we need to inculcate in them. Same if you see in a reproductive age group, a lady who wants to become pregnant, she's not conceiving. Again, she has been shamed for that thing. You can never become pregnant. And that again, she needs support. She needs to be investigated. Because a lady is very delicate that time. She's very sensitive. What she needs is support from her partner, from the family. And sometimes we forget to give that. That's a point of understanding, because these women can later on lead to postpartum depressions, and which is actually take a big toll in her life. There have been suicidal cases which have happened to my patients also, going through postpartum depression. So it is not a small topic, being positive about my body. There are a lot of aspects to it, and I'm so thankful that everyone has brought different aspects. Thank you.
Thank you, and I think many of the women can relate to it very pragmatically, because this is what every woman somehow in their lifetime have experienced. Mark, as Dr. Vipin had just discussed about this body positivity among women with certain medical conditions. In continuation to that, what do you think as a physical therapist are the ways to navigate societal pressures related to dieting, weight loss, and appearances?
There's a saying that I love is eat good, feel good. Okay? What does that mean? It's important for someone to know what they're eating rather than counting only the calories. It's like you have to know what you're
Mindful
eating. Mindful eating. Mindful eating.
Yeah.
Okay, if you want to say that. Like, I think everyone knows how important it is for mental health before getting to physical health.
Thank you, Mark. Nell, now the question goes to you. Your professional background talks about self-esteem, inner confidence, calm, right? So being an expert in that field, a leadership expert in that area, could you please shed light on strategies for practicing self-care? inner calm and confidence, particularly when it comes to body shaming and body image.
We're talking about the positivity, and what is the opposite of the positivity is actually negativity, that's right. So just maybe asking if there anyone who never, ever, ever in their whole life thought negative about themselves. Just raise your hand. 1, 2, 3. 3 people in this room never, ever thought negative, which means the other ones, at least once, thought something, whatever, about themselves. And the thing is that half of our time we're having this self-talk. And this self-talk could be negative or it could be positive. And what kind of self-talk we have in our head is actually determined by, there is something called nature, nurture. So there is DNA, which I'm born with, but also it's an upbringing. So thanks really a lot for mentioning this and the cultural issues women have, or even men have, and also social media. So all those schools we also heard today. So all of this affects our self-talk. And the thing is that whatever we had in our past, whatever our DNA is, we still can learn the positive self-talk. Since 2 decades we have from positive psychology about learned optimism, which means we can learn whatever circumstances, internal, external, which means I can learn to trust myself, I can learn to accept my body and say, okay, I can walk, that's a gift already. Maybe I'm not a model, but I'm okay, you know, my body is functioning, what a gift. So already being grateful just for a little thing, I can see, I can breathe. And the thing is, with confidence, we say you could be calm and confident, not dependent on anyone or anything. Obviously, we have external world, but still there is this inner strength. I am 46 years old. I cannot look like 25. You know, that's true. Okay.
Thank you, Nell. So finally, we have come to an end of our panel discussion, and I would like to thank you all, our esteemed panelists and very patient and thoughtful audience. One last question to all of you. The key takeaway in one line for our audience. Pierre, I'll start with you.
If you try to solve the problem, you give power to the problem. You should go another place. You should see that this is a challenge, this is an ambush, and go beyond.
Thank you, Pierre. Francis, a one-liner, please.
Yeah, a one-liner is don't focus too much on the numbers. Be kind to yourself.
Thank you, Francis. Dr. Minerva?
Well, I would say again, satisfaction is an endless wealth. You have to be happy with what God have gave you. And if you accept what you have, you will always live happy.
Dr. Vipin?
There is something called a concept of open dialogue. If you bring that concept in your family, among your peers, in your workplace, that itself solves most of the issues what goes around with body positivity. Thank you.
Nell?
I would like to add to all of this what already been said. Focus on building and nurturing a relationship with yourself. Because when you accept yourself, then whatever happening on the outside, it will be just happening.
Mark?
I would say something I tell my athletes and my clients as well. You're stronger than you think you are. Never underestimate yourself.
Thank you. And I would like to conclude by saying one-liner. Express gratitude to the universe to keep you safe and alive. At least we are not ghosts. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you so much to our wonderful panel. All I'm going to ask is that you all stand up, take a step to the front of the stage so we can get a lovely group photograph. That's it. That's lovely.